I came out of the U.S. intelligence community as a security specialist, and in 2015 was asked by then President Obama to take a look at quantum security, and I was just the opposite of Dr. Sharkey, and this is I didn't believe it could be in two places at once, two things at once. None of it. Schrodinger's cat was just a box to me. So I had to have it beaten into my head. But advising the White House, you get to be taught by the best and the brightest in the world. And while it took me a while, I think I've become one of the strongest advocates for adopting quantum safely around the world. I fought it and I fought it and I fought it until finally it was literally grabbed by the lapels in the White House and said that I just need to get it. But now I've got it. And so I've been advising every administration from Obama's on, including current, on quantum security. We helped create national policy. We helped create funding through National Science Foundation. We created a lot of executive orders that have come out recently and contributed to those and more to come. So from a national policy perspective, I think the U.S. is in a really good place. I joined Accenture specifically 3 years ago because we thought industry was not in that same good place in terms of adopting the benefits of quantum and adopting it in a safe and secure way. So I wanted to reach Accenture's clients. Accenture, as you pointed out, is a big brand everybody's heard of. Our clients are pretty much the best and the brightest around the world. And I wanted to bring quantum security into their world. So Accenture does do, everything, and we probably have hammers and nail people as well around the world. So we have here's how you can make use of quantum compute, quantum sensing types of teams, but we integrate that in with a lot of the other processes we do. We integrate it into manufacturing solutions and in our space solutions and other things that are happening. But what I've found is that the earliest adopters for quantum security are the ones that are also the early adopters on understanding how quantum will help. So we have a quantum security practice. I look at I'm in charge of running all of our emerging technology security stuff. So I look at a wide variety of things like AI and robots and other things that are here to come. But quantum is one that is certainly really going strong right now in terms of quantum security. So, I know QED-C understands quantum. They understand the uses of quantum. The flip side is more people are concerned with quantum breaking their encryption than they are concerned with what it can do for them. And so the QED-C has a huge role to play to show what it can do for them. But we don't want to lose sight of the fact that people care right now about what it can do against them. And that really comes down to it's close to being able to break encryption. The world's all changing. That cannot afford to wait. I've been doing the WEF talks on this for 7 years, and it went from science fiction to science fact to, okay, what do I do about it now? How do we go fix that? So I just wanted to spend a little time here. This is not an ad for Accenture time, but really just to show these are the 8 steps that every company in the world is going to go through over the rest of this decade. And we just try and we set up teams and invested in capabilities to try and help our clients go through this. But really, it's I think valuable for everyone to see. This is the time everyone needs to set a strategy on how they're going to change their encryption. You're going to change. The encryption that you use today will not be usable in the next decade. So you have to change. And you can wait and try and expect someone else to do it for you, or you can get together your own strategy on how you're going to do it the most efficiently. That is a very valuable early step that all the big companies are taking. And we think everyone should be taking it at their own level, even if you're just using ChatGPT to help you write a PQC strategy, because there's lots of really good open source stuff out there that it has access to one way or the other. The second is a laborious process. It's not magic. It doesn't require quantum computing. It's just the discovery. You have to find all the vulnerable encryption throughout your enterprise and put it in some sort of an organized form and fashion. So there are now tools to do that. There's now an emerging standard called CBOM, cryptographic bill of materials, that is sort of the way to keep it. But you've got to go through this process. For big companies, it takes years. For small companies, it takes months. But you've got to go through and understand where your vulnerabilities are. You've got to then go through and understand what all your partners are. We have some clients that have 10,000 trading partners, business partners, and each one of those 10,000 is also going to change their encryption over the next few years. And so keeping that ecosystem organized so that everybody changes the same way at the same time and works that out is really important. Turns out now there's lots of ways to skin Schrodinger's cat. There's new standards that you can come out and use that are resistant to a quantum computer. And so they would be good to use, but there's also using quantum physics itself, using for quantum key distribution. So there's lots of ways to come up with your own architecture. And one of the things that Accenture does most right now is helping our clients develop the architectures that are right for them to be defensive. You've got to then test this stuff. None of this stuff, new stuff, works out of the box the way the salespeople say it should. And so putting together a way to test interoperability and performance differences in the post-quantum world is life-changing. Then you get to trials and rollouts. And ultimately, we stop using the word quantum when we just say, okay, we're managing our encryption better than we used to, and this was the reason why. But these 8 steps are really where I wanted to focus today, because the people that are focused on the one side of the coin, the good side of the coin, on all the cool things quantum's going to do for us, are also the ones that are well aware of what it could do to us. So doing a strategy, doing your discovery, and then coming up with this, the way the future is something called crypto agility. So you don't just replace an old algorithm with a new one, but you come up with a system, because there's going to be lots of new ones. So you'll have one for downloading a movie, and a different one for high frequency trading, and a different one for doing a deal in a different country. So having this new concept of crypto agility is, these are the 3 things that most companies are needing right now. That's where Accenture is spending a lot of effort around the world to bringing that together for our clients. Yeah, just more detail. A lot of information out on crypto agility. We've got white papers that you can download. We've got example clients that have put out press releases on how they did it. NIST has now come out and said, this is the direction for it. The analysts have followed along and say, this is the direction for it. If you want to learn a new term around quantum in terms of quantum security, it should, for this year and next year, it should be crypto agility. So with that, there's plenty of information on our website, but I just did want to close with, we really appreciate everything that QED-C does, our involvement in it, the people that we've met through it, the way we've been able to move the needle around the world. It's an organization we're proud to support, and as we go out and help our clients through the world.